Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gunjan Daga, and in today's video we are going to be talking about a very important element which plays a very crucial role in the preparation of your sketch. Okay, now this was a topic which was a very frequently asked topic to me by my students, by my Instagram followers. The topic is that what's the right way to select a reference for your sketches? Okay, and I am going to be coming up with 6 ways of how you can actually come up with a good reference for your work. Okay, and selecting the reference actually plays a major role because no matter how well trained you are, or how amazing you are at the technical things of sketching, but if the reference goes wrong, then the sketch might not turn out to be uh, appealing or balanced, if I can put it in that way. Okay, so I'm not going to take a lot of time, and I'm gonna jump right into the 6 ways by which you can select a good reference for yourself. Coming to the very first point, and I think it's the most basic and the most important point that usually we forget. We keep looking for all of those technical things of how to select a reference, but the key feature, the key point over here is that please choose references of your interest. Okay, for example, in if I give you like 50 references, okay, you will still filter and come up with maybe 12, 20, or 25 images of your choice amongst those 50. Why does that happen? This is exactly the same example I gave to one of my offline students in the portrait masterclass, and I'll try to explain it to you in the most raw manner. Why is it that you filter out images that, okay, I like this, I don't like this? Because of the area of interest, right? If I have to give my example, I love creating portraits. If you make me sketch like portraits every day, I'll do that, and I'll do that happily. But if I have to sketch maybe a landscape or a monument, it's a subject that I don't really enjoy. I don't have that much of interest into it. So definitely it doesn't come naturally to me, right? And on the other hand, if I have to work on portraits, I'll be like supercharged because that's my area of interest. Okay, so select references, especially if you're a beginner. This is a very helpful tip for you that I am sharing. If you're a beginner, please start with selecting references of your choice, of your interest, something that you want to create. Okay, what happens is that, especially for beginners, when you create something, what do you want? That the end result is good, right? And if you choose a subject of your interest, automatically you're happy with the subject. The sketch turns out to be good. The moment the sketch turns out to be good, you are happy. The moment others appreciate your work, your confidence builds up. And then you'll be like, okay, now let's sketch another work. On the contrary, if you sketch a subject which is not of your interest, you may not even end up finishing the sketch. What happens? Model goes down, you lose confidence, and then the story all of us know that you never get back with the same interest, right? So this is the very first tip that I want to share. Please select references of your interest, and gradually you will get to know that what is the genre that you actually like. Okay, coming to the very second point, image clarity. Okay, select references which have good clarity. If you're somebody who's working on realistic sketches, it is like hands down, it's a must have, that you have to have good pictures, high resolution pictures, well lit pictures, clear pictures. In fact, I can come up with a video where I can explain you how to go about the editing of a particular reference. If you're somebody who takes up a lot of commissioned sketches, I have, but for that you will have to let me know in the comments if you do want that particular video. I will come up with the entire process of how to actually prepare your reference before you go to the sketching part. Okay, so if you do want that video, drop a comment right now. Okay, now coming to the third point, which plays a very silent role, but it really enhances the work, which is understand the composition of your reference. Is it very chaotic? Is it very simple? If you have to maybe sketch a market scene, for example, by default it has to be chaotic, right? You will have a lot of elements over there, but you have to very smartly identify that which elements do you have to put into focus, which elements do you have to give the maximum details, which elements are you going to be making blur, and even if it is like a single portrait or something, then obviously the focus is very much evident, right? So make sure that you select references depending upon what exactly do you want to create. Do you, if suppose you have to create a portrait and you end up on like A4 size, you end up creating a lot of other elements, the very chaotic background, it's not gonna look like a balanced and an appealing sketch. Okay, so don't make sketches very chaotic. Select references. If you see that the reference has a lot of unwanted background, avoid it. All right, so make sure that you analyze the composition also, and yeah, that's about it. That's gonna help you uh, inculcate a sense of understanding with respect to the balance. Okay, and with this I come to the very next point, which is the fourth point, which is understanding the light and shadow of the reference. Okay, and if I can summarize it, I'm going to be saying, I'm going to be giving you an example that a lot of times you're going to see references, it could be from your clients, that the images are too filtered. These days this is one of the very common issues that I have when I receive images from my clients, that the images are too filtered. You just, it could be an image which has been modified by the photographer itself, or it's an image which has been clicked by your phone but through some or the other filter. So naturally it somehow damages the actual appearance. So the depth has to be a very prime thing for you, that the image should be very well balanced, good amount of light, good amount of shadow. That is what depth is all about. Till the time we don't put the right amount of depth in our work, it's not gonna give us a very good effect. Okay, so these things really play an important role. In fact, you can make certain edits yourself, increase the shadows for few areas or decrease the brightness for few areas. If you see a face which is extremely filtered, you don't actually see the shadows, you don't even see the depth, then you have to make certain edits. Either you ask your client to help you with the original file, or you jump into the edit part. Okay, but the bottom line remains the same, that you have to make sure that the depth is there. Okay, and with this I come to the fifth point, which is, what is your intention of selecting a reference? This is very important. Again, I'm going to give you my example. I, if you go to my Instagram profile, you will see a lot of portraits. Okay, and I want to work on portraits. I want to get commission works with respect to portraits. These days I have also like shifted majorly to creating a lot of devotional sketches, and like I said, I'm going to relate it to the point one, that that has also become my sorry, my area of interest of late, and I'm so glad it happened. I love creating devotional sketches also. So my intention is that if I do not create portraits on my profile, how am I going to attract clients who want portraits done by me? I cannot put it in a more simpler manner, but you really have to know that what is your intention of creating or selecting a particular reference. Okay, and I think this is going to also evolve you, because by this time you would be knowing that okay, what is the genre that you actually like working on. Okay, so make sure that you know the intention. If you're somebody who wants to take up a lot of commission work for portraits, then you have to select references which are focused on making a lot of portraits, and only then you'll be able to build up a profile of yours, and which gives your customers a nice online glimpse of all the portraits that you've been creating. That's how you're going to grab the attention of the onlooker. Okay, so keep your intention clear. If you're somebody who just wants to create something out of hobby, you could just take up anything, floral, landscape, whatever. Okay, and definitely, with this, I'm going to be coming up with the sixth point and the last point, which is something very important, and it's going to help you in the long run. Select references that challenges you, which asks you to do something new with every reference. Okay, I'm going to merge this with the previous point. I told you, right, that what is the intention of selecting a reference? There has to be some thought that why are you selecting your reference. Okay, if I have to link it to our last point, which is that you have to pick up something which is going to be new with every reference. Okay, I am creating portraits every day, but with every portrait I make sure that I add some or the other additional element into it. It could be maybe few roses around the face, it could be sparkles on the face, it could be anything, you just say it. It's like experimenting and challenging yourself to become better. So I think that's the best way I can put this forward to you. And with this, I'm hoping that now you'll be able to select a reference for your sketches. And I'm going to be a little honest over here, and you could take it as an advice also. You will be able to understand this entire logic of selecting references in a better way only with consistent practice. You have to practice a lot. You may select wrong references at times. Only then you will realize that, okay, that was wrong. I have to look for better references, but that is only going to come up with practice. I know for the fact that those of you who are watching, a lot of you would be having a collection of references, but you're not literally doing anything about it. It's all kept maybe on your Pinterest, maybe on your folders, maybe on your phone albums. You've already collected a lot of references, but you haven't yet begun sketching. So you have to start creating in order to gain confidence. So start creating. The more you create, the more idea you will get as to how do you have to work on a particular reference. Okay, and do take these points in consideration the next time you sit to sketch, and let me know in the comment section that what are you going to sketch now. And with this, I'm just going to give you a little additional information that I have been running a 35-day art challenge. It's been like the two batches have already been done, and I've decided that every month I'm going to be taking new enrollments for this challenge. Trust me, this challenge is bringing some amazing transformation to the people who've been subscribing to it. If you are somebody who wants to work on your discipline towards art, or if you're somebody who wants to create art daily but you're not being able to do it, this is going to inculcate a sense of discipline. It's going to motivate you. You're going to be a part of an amazing creative community. And just not this, you will be also receiving a few surprise gifts if you show up for 35 days. I am going to be helping you with 35 tutorials. Every day you're getting tutorials. You get to sketch live with me once every week. There are 5 prompts that I'm going to be giving you. You're free to use your own medium. You say it and it's there. This 35-day challenge has been designed in such a manner. It doesn't matter what art background you come from, graphite, acrylic, oil pastel, anything, you can be a part of it. May that be, it's beginner friendly as well, but it's going to teach you a lot of patience. And I have also covered the art therapy aspect to this particular program also, so it's going to bring a lot of change in you. So the next dates are going to be announced on my Instagram, so if you haven't yet followed me on Instagram, do have a look. And any which way, I'm going to be sharing the link of that particular program in the description. Let me know how you like the video, and if you want a particular full-fledged video on how to edit your reference before actually going to the sketch part, do let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to share that knowledge with you. And if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.